Another thing that though, this still goes back to like the communal relationship and everything. So I'm going to pose to you guys an interesting question. The drink that I was trying to think of in one of our first episodes that the Peruvian women make is chicha, very famous in all the Latin American communities. And chicha, the way that I was told how it's made, they take different fruits and matter, whatever vegetation matter they have or they want to focus on it. A lot to do with potatoes usually, but it starts with the maternal spit. So if it's a town or village making it, it's several of the strongest, and they always pick the strongest mothers, right? The
Mm.
strongest matrons of whatever family to spit to start the reaction. So they're sharing their oral microbiome, so to speak,
No,
right?
no, they really are sharing their oral microbiome.
And this is
Mhm.
then, and these are made in abandoned old wine caskets, but that the Spanish left when they invaded and conquered them,
Mm.
which are everywhere. Okay. So we're talking pretty large vats or similar new ones that they built, these barrels. Because I went to the remotest regions. I'm not talking about this
Mm.
is how it's done in more of the regular towns now. But, then they set it out in front of or in a community area that is like a gathering, their mini version of a restaurant or diner place, right? Where they all meet and somebody might always be making quick meals for the working men there or not, but it'll be sat out there and out of particular popular families. But they believe in this keeping the community together as well as different ceremonies and other practices, right? Now, there's an interesting unity that I see among those communities because they have like interpersonal body language that is similar to families. And what I want to point
What
out
do
is
you
that,
mean
for
by that,
instance,
Judy?
sometimes where it's almost like they're talking without using words and they're understanding each other almost like
Yeah, okay,
siblings
right.
can, right?
Okay. Yep.
More so than city strangers, shall we say, or people even at work or whatever. It's like they will pick up in tandem. There's a lot less disruption in the community, and they know they have to survive together. These are agricultural communities. So the article that came out earlier this month that is more of an update on other germ-free neurological articles from the past that talked about how when they implanted microbes into germ-free mice, the brain actually changed and started adapting new pathways that would only occur from the recipient or the donor, or from the donor to those mice. Let me try to explain that better. So if they got the microbiome implant from a human, they would start to have neural changes that mimicked more towards what a human's brain might do, or primates, it would follow that one, or another animal, and so on. And now they're questioning how much is the microbiome involved in human intelligent development. We know it's involved entirely in most psychiatric disorders, but I want to extend this even more. Is this the key to society unity? Because the foundations of most society, breaking bread together in Christianity, and always like even throughout history, the big meetings for peace always revolves around a meal.